Marvel fans may have been disappointed with the performance of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 at the Game Awards, but the event shared its apologies via the reveal of the brand new Marvel's Blade game. And more excited than anyone are the Xbox fans who strongly believe this new vampire hunting adventure will be exclusive to their console and PC due to the involvement of Arcane. While nothing's been confirmed just yet, Marvel's Blade being exclusive to Xbox spells big trouble for Marvel fans and the gaming community as a whole. If there was ever an industry for a seedy businessman to thrive, it would be in gaming. Recent months have seen the console wars flare to levels I haven't seen in years. Gaming's dumbest being led by the internet's collective committee of dumb fucks into the most outrageously stupid Twitter battles I've seen since the heydays of the Snyderverse. Not that those have necessarily gone away either. Since 2017, Marvel has released 6 games, of which 4 have been exclusive to a single console. Ultimate Alliance 3 was sent to the Nintendo Switch, while PlayStation has claimed ownership of the previous 3 Spider-Man games, with Wolverine now on the way. And now, Xbox may be joining the ranks with their very own Marvel exclusive via Blade. And that right there is our main issue. Thankfully, Marvel has no intention of creating a massive shared gaming universe unlike their cinematic counterpart, meaning there won't be any threats of fans missing key character or plot details prior to a team-up event. But that isn't the issue. Superheroes have controlled the market for the better part of a decade now, Marvel building a dedicated and loyal fan base, one that they're going to be taking full advantage of. It's rare for pre-established entities to release exclusively to one console. Yes, weird dealings have been made in the past, like the 1-year timed exclusivity for Rise of the Tomb Raider. But for the most part, if a series was enjoyed by multiple console bases, they remain available to all. Of course, there have been recent acquisitions and dealings from both Microsoft and Sony that may be changing things for the coming years. The reason for this is fairly simple. Game studios want to keep access to their entire player base. Don't get me wrong, I loved Kingdom Hearts growing up, and the few times that I got to play the OG God of Wars at a friend's house got me to like the series, but neither one of those games was enough to drive me into purchasing a PlayStation. None of what Sony had to offer felt like anything I wouldn't just be satisfied watching a stream for instead. But Marvel was different. As soon as Spider-Man was announced as a PlayStation exclusive, I knew I'd be purchasing a PS4. It was the one game I wouldn't be satisfied just watching. I needed to experience this for myself. And Marvel knew this, teaming with Sony to create a bunch of themed PS4 consoles and accessories for the game's release, knowing fans would need the system to play their game. A few years later, and I had the surplus in the bank to purchase a Switch. And what was the first game I bought? You guessed it, Ultimate Alliance 3. Marvel has power very few IPs have been afforded. They know fans will purchase entire consoles just to play their game. Bundle up the new game with said console, and money will pile. Business-wise, it's an excellent strategy. Marvel knows it has the consumers, but that strategy ultimately takes advantage of their massive fandom. And we'd be foolish to think both Marvel and Disney weren't intimately aware of this when pitching these deals to all these first-party studios. Don't forget, Marvel went to Microsoft and Sony directly about Spider-Man, meaning there's good chance they always intended the game to be a console exclusive. Unfortunately, there's been zero opposition from gamers, the community too blinded by their intense hatred for the other to recognize the obvious strategy. Rather than following patterns, we're too focused on celebrating when we get something the opposition doesn't, or crying when we miss out on a deal the other side gets. Even if I personally find it scummy, I can't fully blame Marvel here. There's a golden opportunity that they have the unique ability to take advantage of, but if we don't pay attention, Marvel won't be the only ones. Once one property realizes that they can get away with this, it won't be long for others to start pushing the envelope, seeing how far they can reach before their fans wisen up and stop buying. We've yet to learn the actual deal behind Marvel's Blade, but I caution Xbox fans. This one small win may not be worth celebrating. Not with the potential future it can drum up for gamers everywhere. I'm not sure about the rest of you, but I'd rather not drop $1,000 every couple years just to play as my favorite characters.